Hey VC, the vinyl community, it's Trevor back with another flat round and spun. Yes, I'm in pajamas. I'm on vacation. Staycation, as the kids like to say. I'm actually staying home. Well, I'm doing little day trips. My father's in town visiting, so we've been doing little day trips here and there and kind of having fun having him here. So he's not here often, so taking advantage of it. So good morning all. It's like 7:30 in the morning as I'm recording this. So anyway, flipping through YouTube like we always do, and up comes Jack the Music Guy with doing a video of his favorite album covers, or some of his favorite album covers. And I'm like, you know what? I could do that. Easy. I mean, coming from the heavy metal, hardcore punk scene, it's easy because there's tons of cool artwork. And the first one that came to mind from Lodi, New Jersey, got the Misfits. This is Earth AD from 1983. This is one of my favorite album covers of all time. Just the intricate artwork on there. I love the color scheme. Like purple and green are two of my favorite colors, especially combined. So it's always been cool. This is the final album with Glenn Danzig. Actually, I believe it's two EPs stuck together, Wolf's Blood and Earth AD. But yeah, this one I always just found striking with the colors and the artwork. So Misfits, Earth AD. A year later, Glenn Danzig forms another band. I guess technically it's called Sewin, but we all know it as, you know, us Americans taking on the how it's spelled. We go with Sam Hain, and this is Initium from 1984. Not that this is just a fantastic cover, because it's pretty simple. It's just a photograph, kind of with all the text work on the top and bottom. When I saw this in the shops after I discovered this band through Metallica, because they were wearing their shirts and stuff, I always just thought that this was just one creepy album cover. Like, what is going on with this? I mean, they're, you know, pale and covered in blood. What is going on here? And I didn't actually pick it up till about 88, something like that. But always thought it was cool. And also, I always loved that emblem with the skull with the cards. Very cool stuff. Great album. Classic album. Sam Hain, Initium. Another one that came to mind that's very simple. Kind of similar in the Sam Hain sense that the text is on the top and the bottom with a simple photograph. And that's from 1992. And that is Check Your Head from Beastie Boys. This was part of what I would like to call a trilogy of fantastic albums, starting with License to Ill, followed by Paul's Boutique, and then finally Check Your Head. The thing I love about that trilogy is each album is excellent and each album sounds completely different from the others. They did kind of go back to their hardcore sensibilities from their early days when they were a hardcore band in New York, even down to the artwork, where this was kind of a normal thing with hardcore albums, but the big collages that they had with all these people in there. And then not so much collage inside, but you know, just photos of the band recording. So Check Your Head, 1992. Killer record. Going back a couple years, discovered this band through MTV Headbangers Ball. They didn't go too far after this one album, but this is a band called Scatterbrain. This is Here Comes Trouble from 1990. Artwork done by Robert Williams, also better known for doing the artwork on Appetite for Destruction from Guns N' Roses. The original album cover, which I believe got replaced with the skull and cross on there, and then his artwork got put on the inside of the album. But yeah, same artist, Robert Williams. Here Comes Trouble. Scatterbrain, Out of the Ashes of the New York hardcore band Ludachrist, and this is just injected with tons and tons of humor on it. They actually do a cover of Earache My Eye by Cheech and Chong on here too. Good stuff. Saw them a couple times on this tour. Great stuff. The first album I ever got from Judas Priest, 1984. I actually got this on cassette back in the day because that's what I was playing back then. And that is Defenders of the Faith, 1984, Judas Priest. This is the Metallion. I always thought that this artwork, even though it's a still picture, you could almost hear it and see it moving in a way. And they just kind of captured it in a photo. I always liked this album cover. I can't recall the name of the artist because he also did the previous album, Screaming for Vengeance, and then the following album after this, Turbo. So, but this one I always just thought was cool. Again, the contrast of colors, the red, the blue, the yellow, and just how abstract it is. But very cool stuff. Priest! The very first record I ever bought with my own money, I've probably talked about this numerous times, and this is From the Inside, Alice Cooper. I liked it. The photo is kind of cool. It's the whole album is a concept record of when he was trying to get rehabilitated from drinking, and they didn't really have rehabs in the 70s. He got stuck in a mental institution, so that kind of became the catalyst for this record. But if you look real closely, you can see that there are doors here. I won't take the album out because this is kind of like, fun time with album covers where you can physically do stuff. So as you can see, there are doors, and you can open it up and you can see inside the asylum there, and one of the songs, and these are all characters that the songs are based on. One of the songs is called Quiet Room, and if you open it up, there's Alice in the quiet room, all padded cell, and then the back, the doors open up, and they all have their release papers, so they're all getting out. Very cool. And as you can tell, got it autographed back in 1999. Got to meet the man. Around the same time, about a year earlier, my uncle had this album, and I always thought that this was just an intriguing album artwork. And years later, I found out it was actually already a piece of art, and they just kind of infused the band in it, and that is News of the World from Queen. This was already used, but they added them in the artwork. Let's see if I can do this correctly without spilling anything out. So there's the full artwork of the band falling out, and then kind of, I guess, inside an arena, and he's reaching out for the audience. So I just always thought that this was just cool. Very awesome artwork. Again, don't know the artist, but still. And it's also probably one of my all-time favorite Queen albums. And finally, this was hard to pick because so many iconic album covers, and it's one of those where you put it on and you just stare at it and look at all kinds of different things. But I picked this one because of the recent passing of their former lead singer, Paul Di'Anno, on the first two albums and one EP that was live. I'm going to go with their second album, and that is Killers. Derek Riggs, his tenure with Iron Maiden, because he was with them from 1980 to 1993. I'm sorry, to 1990. The last one he did was No Prayer for the Dying. Yeah, Killers, what can we say about this? This is actually one of the first pieces of Iron Maiden art I saw. I can't recall if it was this or Number of the Beast, but it's one of the two. And I always thought that this was just, no pun intended, just killer artwork. It really drew you to this band. That was back, long before you could stream stuff and check things out. You had to go by the artwork. I mean, you look at the name, how the name is written, you see the artwork, and you pretty much know what you're getting with this. And again, classic, classic, classic. Not a bad track on this album. Paul Di'Anno, rest in power, brother. And we're going to go with Killer, Derek Riggs, 1981. And that's all I got for you. I mean, I could show off, another hour's worth of artwork, but, we all have short memory spans, or attention spans. See? I can't even get my shit right. It's in the morning. I haven't had enough coffee yet. Steve says hi. So, anyway, gonna spend a few more days with my dad while he's here, and I'm gonna hopefully try to edit some of these concert review videos I have packed away. I just haven't edited them together yet. So, I got shit from over a month ago. So, anyway, guys, wonderful to see you. We will talk to you soon, and take care. See ya.